You are capable of obtaining and maintaining everything that you desire and more. Hello, everyone. My name is Nikayla. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here to empower and inspire you to become your highest self. So if that's something that you're interested in, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's get into today's video. How to actually have an abundance mindset. First, let's start with the definition of abundance. What does abundance mean? Abundance is simply having more than enough of something, an overflow, having more than what you need of something, right? That's the overall definition of abundance. Now, it can also be subjective. Like if we get more specific, if I ask you, what does an abundance of money look like to you? Right? That's just an example. Your definition, like your definition might be different from somebody else's. It might be different from your neighbors or your moms or your best friends. Everybody has their own definition of what abundance looks like to them, right? So if I'm looking off to the side, I'm looking at my notes. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example, right? Let's say I fill this cup up with water, fill it all the way up until it overflows, right? Until there's an abundance of water. That means if this cup starts overflowing, that means that there's an abundance of water in this cup, right? Let's take a bigger cup, do the same thing, fill it up all the way until it overflows. There's also an abundance of water in this cup. Both cups, even though they're different sizes, if I fill them up until they overflow, there is an abundance of water in both cups. There is an abundance of water in both cups. So let's remember this example because I'm going to come back to it. Let's talk a little bit about, oh gosh, the car is hot. Let's talk a little bit about abundance. Sorry, hold on, because I live in Florida. So it's like, right now it's not too hot. It's like 80 something degrees, but in the car it's a little bit hotter. Anyways, let's talk about abundance in the manifestation community, right? A lot of times people associate abundance with money or wealth, but it definitely does not have to be that. Abundance can present itself in many ways. For instance, there can be, like I said in the cup example, an abundance of water. You can have an abundance of flowers in your garden. If you have a garden, you can have an abundance of a particular fruit or vegetable that's in season. You can have an abundance of love, an abundance of peace, an abundance of joy. Abundance can present itself in many ways, not simply wealth or money. And actually, wealth or money is the lowest form of abundance because it is physical. It is something that you can touch, you can see, you can smell, you can taste if you want, which I don't recommend. But, anyways, pretty much anything in its physical form is at its lowest state because everything is energy, right? Energy is infinite. Energy is everywhere and everything. Obviously, everything is energy. So when something is compact into a physical object, it now takes on the limitations of that physical object. So wealth or money is the lowest form of abundance. Nothing wrong with desiring that. Most of us desire money because, unfortunately, we kind of need it to survive in the world that we currently live in. So nothing wrong with desiring money, but I just want you guys to be aware that abundance does present itself in many ways. Like I said, love, peace, joy, wind, abundance of trees in nature, flowers. Oh, sorry if that was loud. Probably was. Anyways, yes, abundance does present itself in many ways. All right, so let's remember that. Let's be aware of that. Let's remember that when we desire money, cash, we are desiring abundance in its lowest form. Okay, now into the title of today's video: how to actually have an abundance mindset. And to have an abundance mindset is to simply know that you have more than enough of whatever you desire. Simple as that. To have an abundance mindset is to know that you have more than enough of whatever it is that you desire. With that being said, let's go back to the cup example that I showed you guys a few minutes ago, right? So back to what I said, if I fill both of these cups up with water until they start spilling out water, both both contain an abundance of water. Even though one's smaller than the other, they both contain an abundance of water. Some of us, excuse me, some of us are only capable of obtaining this amount of what it is that we desire. Some of our cups are small. Some of us have larger cups. Some of us have bigger cups. And for those of us who have a smaller cup, even though it can be filled up until it overflows, it sometimes may still feel like it's not enough. I mean, that's simply because we need to expand our cup. And by our cup, I mean you are the cup. Your vessel is the cup. If it still feels like you're not receiving enough, it's simply because your cup is not expanded. You are the cup. So, in order for you to obtain more, you need to expand your cup more. You need to be able to hold more. How do you hold more in your cup? You need to release all negative and limiting beliefs. You need to release all negative and limiting beliefs. Those are doing nothing but creating blockages within your brain, within your entire vessel, which is inhibiting the energy from being able to flow freely, thus blocking you from being able to receive and hold more. You need to release, let go of. Oh my gosh, my phone literally overheated, so I had to switch to the next phone. Back to what I was saying. Release all negative and limiting thoughts and beliefs because they're doing nothing but holding you back. Every time you get a thought that contradicts the desired reality that you want to live in, that contradicts that you are abundant of whatever it is you desire to be abundant of, you need to be aware of your thoughts and you need to redirect them. So let's say for instance that you desire love. My camera is not straight. Okay. Let's say, for instance, that you desire love. If you find yourself starting to think that you are never going to find love, or you're always going to remain single, or everybody of a particular gender is trash, you need to be aware of those thoughts and redirect them. And remember, and you need to remember that you are deserving of love, that you are loved, that you love yourself. The more that you love yourself, the more the universe will give you more love. It will give you more people, more things, more circumstances to help to magnify that love. If you desire an abundance of money, but you constantly find yourself having thoughts that you don't have enough or you can't afford something, you need to be aware of those thoughts, redirect them, remind yourself that you can afford it. Remind yourself that the universe always provides for you. Remind yourself that you always have everything that you need and that you always have more than enough of what you need. In the beginning, it may sound crazy, you may not believe it, but the more that you say it, the more that you say it, the more it's going to sink into your subconscious and you will eventually believe it. Another great way to allow yourself to be able to hold more of what you desire is to stretch, move your body. The more that you move your body, the more that you stretch, you open your body, literally, you open your body to be able to allow the energy within you to flow better. You stretch, that creates space within your body and allows the energy within you to flow easier. Right? Think about it. If you're stiff and you're not able to move properly, then the energy within you is not able to flow properly. Think about if you have a hose, right? If you bend the hose or if there's a knot in the hose, the water is not able to flow through properly. But the number one way to be able to hold more of what you desire is to raise your self concept, is to truly understand and remember that you are capable of obtaining and maintaining any and everything that you desire. You are capable of obtaining and maintaining everything that you desire and more. Why? Because you have the power of God within you. I'm not a religious person whatsoever, but I am aware that God dwells within me. Just as it, he, she, whatever you want to call it, dwells within you. And God is capable of all things. So that means you are capable of all things. And the moment that you remember that, the moment that you are aware of that, is the moment that you begin to obtain everything that you desire and more. And I highly advise, if you don't do so already, to meditate. I know everybody talks about that, but it is probably the best state, that meditation and right before you go to sleep, the best states to reprogram your subconscious mind. And when you reprogram your subconscious mind, you're able to raise your self concept and thus obtain and maintain everything that you desire and more. So, that being said, I would like to share with you guys some like affirmations that I do when I'm meditating, just in case, I don't know, some people might want to hear, what somebody else uses to meditate, for specifically for abundance, because that's what this video is about. So, um, this is kind of weird meditating on camera, but anyways, hold on a second. So first things first, I like to put on some 963 hertz. Apparently that's like the God frequency hertz. I just personally really like it, and I used to listen to 528 hertz a lot, but I recently began listening to 963 hertz because I just feel higher, essentially while I'm meditating. So no, I do not do drugs or anything like that. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I am naturally high vibrational, high frequency. Anyways, though, so yeah, that's why I put my AirPods in, because I'm gonna, I guess, start meditating. I don't want to get copywritten or anything. So you can find any 963 hertz playlists. I'll put the exact one that I'm listening to in the description, because I really love this one. But anyways, first things first, I'd like to play the music, of course, the frequencies, and then exhale all of the air that's in your lungs. You want to exhale every single thing so it feels like you can't breathe. Because if you don't properly exhale, then you're just leaving stale air within your lungs. So you want to make sure you completely exhale all of the air, so that way when you take in that new breath, it's a nice fresh breath. All right. And I'm going to close my eyes as well. You feel like you can't breathe. And when you breathe in, hold for a little bit. Exhale all the way. eyes are really twitching. I'm not sure if it's because of the sun or the wind or whatever, but this usually doesn't happen. Also happened meditating outside in my car before or on camera, but that's either here nor there. Anyways, let's pay attention. Let me set up a little bit. Sorry, guys. Wow, you guys are gonna get up close and personal. The universe always provides for me. I always have more than enough. Right now, I have everything that I need. I have everything that I need. I always have more than enough money. I have so much money, I don't even know what to do with it. My family and I are abundantly wealthy. My family and I are safe and divinely protected. And then I also love to say, my heart is full of an abundance of peace and love. My heart is full of an abundance of peace and love. Thank you. And those are just some affirmations that I like to say while I'm meditating regarding abundance. Um, Also, I apologize if you can hear any outside noise. My neighbors are outside working and they like collect metal and stuff. So he's like welding stuff and filling up his truck with metal objects. But anyways, um, yes, those are some of the things that I say while yeah, like I said, while meditating for abundance. And yeah, I don't know. I couldn't really think of every single thing because this is that was a new experience for me. One, meditating on camera. Two, meditating in my car with the windows down. Yeah, it's kind of windy out here. Sun is one shining, but anyways, that is essentially how to have an abundance mindset, right? Let's do a quick little recap. Simply knowing that you have more than enough of whatever it is that you desire, releasing all negative and limiting beliefs so that you can be able to obtain what it is that you actually desire, stretching, moving your body, creating space within your body to allow the energy to flow properly, and raising your self concept, remembering that God dwells within you and that with God, all things. Ooh, sorry, that was a bug. Oh, it was a bug. Oh, my bug. Anyways. um, yes, raising your self concept and remembering that God dwells within you and that through God, all things are possible. And that's, the simple 1, 2, 3. The moths are really loving me right now, I guess. Of, well, I don't know if was that what 3 steps? Listen, that, I really hope that this video helps you guys. Sorry. I really hope that this video helps you guys, was informative to you guys, maybe even slightly entertaining to you guys. But yes, most of all, I really hope that it empowers you and inspires you to become your highest self, because that is what I'm here to do. And if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy my channel, make sure you make sure you subscribe. What the hell? Sorry. I think that was a dang on termite. I don't know where the heck it went. Oh gosh. If you guys like the video, my channel, me, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Goodbye.